Hi, this is Ellis B. Feaster's radio channel where we keep great radio from the past alive. I am Ellis, and today we're spotlighting a personality you may have heard, but you may not know that much about. For some people, when they hear the name Bob Dayton, they automatically think of the guy who was fired from WABC in 1965 when he commemorated the 20th anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima by playing the Crests 16 Candles. It was an unfortunate gaffe. Bob's broadcasting career was so much more than that. Bob Dayton was a fast, witty jock. He came to WABC in 1963 from WIL in St. Louis, where he had worked with Dan Ingram and Ron Lundy. And after his 2-year run at WABC, Bob went to work at 1500 KBLA in Los Angeles and then went across town to 1110 KRLA. But he returned to New York a few years later and spent time on the air at 102 WPIX-FM and then 101 WCBS-FM. In summer 1982, Bob was supposed to be a part of ABC's SuperRadio satellite format, which was programmed by Rick Sklar, who had actually fired Bob back in 1965 from WABC. But sadly, the service was scrapped before it was ever launched. All right, let's get to it. On this Aircheck, you're going to hear Bob from his days at 102 WPIX-FM, New York.
WPIX counts in New York. 5, 4,
and I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way.
3,
I don't know where. Hit me off. I'll take you there.
2,
The earth moving my hand.
WPIX-FM New York. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
I'd be in trouble if you let
Oh Girl, the #1 song in New York from WPIX and the Dayton One Day Show. Highlights 302, 62, partly cloudy midtown right now. Starlight, huh? Good to see good stuff, #1. Hear ye. No, hearsay. Soul Children. Oh yeah, get it, Soul Children. Soul Children from Happening Pics in New York and the Dayton One Day Show. Hearsay. 305, 62, partly cloudy midtown. Good stuff from Bread coming on. Here we go again, all right? Bread and Diary. Sweet stuff from Bread at WPIX and a Monday Dayton show. 308 now. That's Bread and Diet.
Tony Viro from St. Gabriel High School told us what she thinks of Johnson's baby shampoo.
Do you use Johnson's baby shampoo?
Yeah, my mother sells it in her store.
So you get it free?
Yeah.
Why'd you start using Johnson's baby shampoo?
Because, well, this is going to sound, but, I saw it on TV and I figured I'd try it. And I used it, and I use it in the summer a lot. It makes her hair soft and everything.
Do you think that Johnson's baby shampoo was gentle?
Yeah, because it doesn't make you cry if it gets in your eyes and stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess if it's for babies.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any compliments after using Johnson's baby shampoo?
Yeah, people tell you your hair's really nice or your hair looks so shiny. And in the summer, the guys, they really like the way that looks. Well, guys really get off on hair anyway. They like really big, long, soft hair.
Does your hair feel any different after you use Johnson's?
Yeah, it's all smooth and it's soft like at the ends too, because the ends always tend to get a lot drier. And when you touch it, it just feels really nice and you kind of get lost in it.
Johnson's baby shampoo leaves your hair baby soft, and it's gentle enough to use every day.
One night, George Harrison and a few friends got together. It was the concert for Bangladesh. Now there's a movie even more exciting than the concert itself. You'll be there even more than the 36,000 who were there that night. The concert for Bangladesh is an Apple 20th Century Fox release in Technicolor Rated G.
Starts Wednesday at a Red Carpet Theater while continuing at the Coroner.
I smell smoke in the auditorium.
IX, for the good of New York.
We're moving.
Come on,
Franklin Old Gold, RESPCT, Respect 313 on a Dayton Monday show. New York weather, increasing cloudiness today. Rain heavy at times late this afternoon, tonight and Tuesday. Chance of an occasional thunderstorm. Low tonight near 50. High Tuesday in the 50s. Now 62 and partly cloudy. Betcha by golly wow. Big stuff from the Stylistics on a Dayton show. Thank you, girl. Either they put a bunch of short records in here or I'm dozing off a lot today. From WPIX and a Monday Dayton show, Stylistics. Betcha by golly wow. 3:16. This is new from Godspell. Day by day. Day by day. That's how you're supposed to take it? Or night by night. However you can get it, actually. That's Godspell from WPIX and a Monday Dayton show. 3:20 now, 62 partly cloudy Midtown.
They put in a nickel and a
Everything you've always wanted to know about New York's world of entertainment is yours in the Metropolitan Review. The Metropolitan Review, read by 70,000 New Yorkers weekly, is available at your newsstand or by subscription. The Metropolitan Review brings you the best in movie, record, and concert reviews, plus exclusive interviews and features. Coming up, Dick Cavett, Kurt Vonnegut, Brewer & Shipley, and Academy Award winner Gene Hackman. Subscribe now and receive a special gift, The Four Sides of Melanie, a beautiful 2-album package from the Buddha Group that includes 24 of Melanie's classics. 40 issues of the Metropolitan Review at the regular price of $5.50 and The Four Sides of Melanie absolutely free. So don't put it off. Subscribe now. Catch up with New York in the Metropolitan Review.
Yeah, send your name, address, check, or money order to Melanie, care of Metropolitan Review Department C, 231 West 29th Street, New York, 10001. All right? Hey, this is a season when termites swarm and multiply, infesting homes by the millions. Now, Meridian Nationwide Service would like every homeowner to learn the warning signs of termites. Without you ever knowing it, termites can be eating the floors and timbers of your home, causing damage that can cost you thousands of dollars. Now, you learn the warning signs of termites before it's too late. Call today, and Meridian Nationwide Service will send you 8 valuable termite bulletins. Meridian also offers a free professional termite inspection by one of its staff of trained experts without cost or obligation. Now, don't take chances. You call Meridian now. Find out for sure. Be safe, not sorry. Call Meridian now for 8 free termite bulletins or a free confidential termite inspection. Call in New York, area code 212-233-6161. In New Jersey, area code 201-656-4000. Or you can write to Termite Booklets, care of Box 188, Minneola, New York, 11501. 321, The Dayton Show.
love is what we're all looking for. Love is the four-letter word. W-P-I-X.
I've heard of that place somewhere. Yeah. Jackson 5 now, The Dayton Monday Show till 6 on Happening Picks.
Counterfeit case cracked. 64 degrees at 325 under hazy New York skies. I'm John Webster, WPIX News in Touch. Secret Service agents today smashed a New York counterfeiting ring and arrested 7 persons for printing and selling about $500,000 in phony $20 bills. The agents also pinpointed a graphic art studio in Lower Manhattan as the place where the counterfeit notes were made. Agents say a search of Milo Graphics, 9 East 16th Street, shortly after the arrest of the suspects, uncovered evidence connected with the counterfeiting. In a brief statement released in Washington, the Treasury Department said the arrest resulted from a continuing investigation of large numbers of counterfeit notes which have circulated in the New York City area during recent months. A 3-hour-long National Security Council meeting is over, but the White House declines to discuss any details of the conference. Attending today's meeting were top diplomatic, military, and intelligence advisors who met with President Nixon to consider what might be done to help stem the North Vietnamese offensive. A spokesman did say, however, there was no change in the long-standing policy not to bomb North Vietnamese river dikes. Hanoi claims such action was taken by U.S. planes earlier today. Democratic senators voted unanimously to seek a meeting with President Nixon on the war. Senate Democratic leader Mansfield said a meeting would be asked on behalf of the Senate floor leaders and ranking Republican members of the Armed Services and Foreign Relations Committees. The Democrats say it's essential they find out about Nixon's Vietnam War plan before the Senate votes on anti-war legislation. American Navy jets struck today in North Vietnam. Pentagon spokesman Jerry Friedheim says military targets only were hit.
The tactical aircraft hit military targets, which included storage facilities, barracks, and training facilities, agencies which are helping to support the communist invasion across the demilitarized zone.
A Hanoi radio broadcast said irrigation dikes were hit, and the North Vietnamese also are protesting what it calls repeated American bombing of communist-controlled areas of South Vietnam. Hanoi claims Quang Tri has been hit over and over again since it fell to the North Vietnamese last week. A transit patrolman was arrested with 4 other persons today after detectives raided his apartment and turned up a cache of weapons and some amphetamine or speed pills. Brooklyn District Attorney Eugene Gold said detectives found a tear gas gun, 12-gauge shotgun, sawed-off rifle, 2 machetes, and a spiked iron ball on a chain. The raid was made at the apartment of 25-year-old Officer James Martin. He reportedly has been under investigation for several months. Legislators are scheduled to vote tomorrow on a bill which would repeal New York State's liberalized abortion law. Abortion proponents are planning demonstrations.
The Women's National Abortion Action Coalition and the Committee for Legal Abortion will be sending buses of women up to Albany tomorrow, leaving at 7:30 a.m. from 58th Street between 8th and 9th Avenues. We're doing this to try once again to influence our legislators to uphold the present abortion statute.
Ellen Shapiro, spokeswoman for WONAC, the Women's National Abortion Action Coalition here in New York. Another big Detroit automobile recall.
350,000 Chevy Vegas coming back to the shop. General Motors has announced the recall of the little cars. It seems the throttle stick's causing the car to keep going instead of slowing down. If you're ever caught in this situation, a GM spokesman offers this suggestion.
If such a failure occurs when the car is in motion and the car will not slow down and the driver removes his foot from the accelerator pedal, the driver should turn off the ignition key while firmly applying the brakes and bring the vehicle to a stop.
By cutting off the ignition system, however, doesn't that affect the now popular power brakes? Anyway, Chevrolet says you'll be notified as soon as possible, possibly in 2 weeks. This is George Norrie in Detroit.
At Kellogg, Idaho, another setback for rescue workers trying to reach 58 miners who may be trapped a mile underground in the Sunshine Silver Mine. A fire that caused the tragedy and is blamed for killing at least 38 miners flared with new intensity and blocked efforts to lower a hoist down the shaft where the men apparently were trapped. There's no positive evidence that the miners, now missing for 6 days, are still alive. Sports, the New York Raiders of the World Hockey Association have signed a coach and 2 more players. The coach, Camille Henry, a former National Hockey League player and a former coach of the Kansas City Blues. The players, right-wing Ted Scharf, who played last season with the New Jersey Devils of the Eastern League, and goalie Peter Donnelly, a native of Detroit. New York area environment. New York air quality acceptable. Rain, possibly heavy at times through tomorrow. Low tonight 50, high tomorrow in the 50s. Currently 64 degrees at 3:30. Portions of this program recorded. This is John Webster for WPIX-FM New York, in touch.
Ride. I used to jump my horse and ride.
3:32 now from happening Picks in New York, WPIX. Sonny and Cher, the Cowboys' work is never done, and we're back to a Monday Dayton show, probably one of the most popular shows in New York City. All right. Edgar Winter stuff on a Monday Dayton show from WPIX in New York. Can't turn you loose. You unclench your teeth. I can get my hand out of your mouth, and everything will be cool. This is Roberta Flack from Picks.
First time your face.
Former number 1 stuff from Roberta Flack. The first time ever I saw your face. WPIX with a Monday Dayton show happening till 6. Sorry about that. 3:39 right now. Hey, the Younganos present at the Ritz May 11th, 8 p.m. Lee Michaels and JoJo Gunn. May 20th, 8 and 11:30, Billy Preston and free. Ticket information, area code 212-447-0935.
If you aren't responsible for the problems in your community, who is? Greenwich Village is a community of articulate people who take their responsibility seriously and personally. If something is wrong in the neighborhood, petty thievery or drugs or welfare problems, we all get together for meetings and talk over what can be done. I'm Peter Zaffarisi, Center Director of the Children's Aid Society Low West Side Center. The center does more than just help kids. Sure, we offer after-school teen and adult programs, medical and dental services, but we're also a central point for community action. We're not afraid of getting involved. You can make changes if you're willing to try. Won't you get involved? Write to the Children's Aid Society, Box 105, Madison Square, Post Office, New York, 110.
WPIX listens.
Talking about something to love. Talking about something we all need and we're trying hard. Talking about
Fortune's all gold on a Dayton show for Monday from WPIX in New York. Here comes that rainy day feeling again. This is how it's going to go. New York weather, increasing cloudiness today. Rain, heavy at times, late this afternoon. Tonight and Tuesday, chance of an occasional thunderstorm. Low tonight near 50, high Tuesday in the 50s. Now 64, partly cloudy in New York.
Hi there. I've been on this water diet for 6 months now, and I gotta tell you that I feel slim and trim and fit and wonderful. Excuse me, I gotta go.
Everyone's trying to get out of the rain.
Walking in the rain with the one I love, yeah. Love Unlimited from Happening Pics in New York, the One Day Dayton show. And you from Mike Kennedy, the lovin' I'm doing ain't worth the lovin' I'm getting. And that's also the name of his record. Yeah, the lovin' I'm doing from WPIX and the Monday Bob Dayton show. Mike Kennedy, 350 right now. How you doing? Good afternoon.
Hair went unisex.
Beg your pardon?
But still you wonder, where should you go? Who would the right people be? Should a guy go to a beauty parlor? Should a girl go to a barber shop? No. You should go to George Pasquale. Long, short, medium, curly, straight. They can do it. Besides, they're personable. They have time. And they still like what they do. So experience it. Get your head together. Try them. That's George Pasquale. 34 West 37th Street. Call 244-0793. George Pasquale.
6 of the hottest superstars of 1972 are playing and singing along with the Everly Brothers in their new album, Stories We Could Tell. We can't tell you the names of the guest artists over the air because they record on other labels, but you'll find them listed right on the album jacket. The Everly Brothers are into something new, and they're in good company in their new album, Stories We Could Tell, on RCA Records and Tapes.
See the Everly Brothers live in concert with Long John Baldry and Fleetwood Mac. They're at Philharmonic Hall this Monday, May 8th. That'll be today, right? If my calendar watches right. The Everly Brothers' new RCA album, Stories We Could Tell, is available right now at Klein's at the low price of $3.39.
For the good of New York.
Big record from Billy Preston. Hanging off the edges of the turntable. That's Billy Preston in outer space from WPIX and a Monday Dayton show. 3:56 now, and here's that great old gold sound from Elvis Presley in the Ghetto.
WPIX-FM New York.